This is the Home Maintenance Command Center, and this video walks you through it tab by tab. A house does not fail all at once. It fails in small, cheap, ignorable ways, on a schedule nobody wrote down. Nobody remembers how old the water heater is. Nobody can find the dishwasher's model number at the moment it floods. The failure is never negligence. It is memory. This is where you write it down. Here is the whole file. 20 tabs in 4 groups. The house, your profile, the appliances, the paint codes, the inventory, the schedule, the maintenance calendar, the seasonal lists, filters, pest and exterior, heating and water, the money, service history, vendors, cost basis, projects, budget and utilities, and the proof at the end, shutoffs, the dashboard and the cell-ready report. Cream cells are yours to type in. Every white cell calculates itself. Chapter 1. Start here, and the one cell that makes every countdown work. Start here is a reading tab. Home profile is where the typing begins. At the top sits today's date. It ships set to the 5th of October 2026, so the sample holds still, and you replace it with the today function in one keystroke, and the whole file goes live. Then the house itself, year built, square footage, what you paid and when. Then 14 systems, and for each one an install date and a typical service life. From 2 dates, it works out the age, the years left, and where that system sits in its life. The furnace is 12 years into a typical 18, so it reads midlife, plan ahead. The water heater is 11 years old against a typical life of 10, so it reads past typical life in red. That is not an emergency, and the sheet does not pretend it is. It is a budget line you get to write early. Every one of those service lives is shown as the published range with the source named beside it, and they are industry estimates, not guarantees. Chapter 2. The maintenance calendar, which is the engine of the file. 59 tasks ship already written across every system in the house. For each one, you type a single thing, the date you last did it. The interval in months is beside it, and you can change it. From those two, the file works out the next due date, how many days that is from today, and a status. Overdue, done, due soon, or scheduled, evaluated in that order. It also carries a cost per visit, so the whole schedule adds up to an annual plan figure. On this Sunday in October, 7 jobs are late and 20 more are due inside 30 days. The worst is flushing the water heater tank, 85 days past. Every one of the 7 is a fall job, which is exactly what the first cool weekend of the year looks like in a real house. 46 of the 59 you do yourself. 13 need a professional, and the sheet says which is which. Chapter 3. The seasonal lists, the filter sizes, and the paint codes. Seasonal checklists is the print-ready page you carry around the house. Each line is done, not yet, or not applicable, and that third option matters. A house with no pool and no septic tank should still be able to reach 100%, so anything marked not applicable drops out of the denominator entirely. Filters and consumables holds the exact sizes so you are not measuring in the hardware aisle, and works out the annual cost. Paint and finish reference is the boring tab you will thank yourself for. Room, surface, brand, color name, and code. Chapter 4. The registry, and the countdown that runs whether you look at it or not. You walk the house once with your phone and photograph the data plates. Brand, model, serial, where it is, what it cost, when you bought it, and the warranty in months. From the purchase date, and that one number the file works out the expiry date and the days left. 21 items here. 7 still in warranty, and the next to run out is the dishwasher, 43 days away. The moment an appliance dies is the moment you need the model number, the serial, and the receipt. Chapter 5. Service history, the people who did the work, and the 2 system tabs. Service history is 1 row per visit. The date, the system, what was done, who did it, what it cost, and any warranty on the work. The contractor and vendor log holds the company, the trade, the license, and whether they carry insurance, and then counts their jobs and their total spend straight off the service rows, so you never add anything up yourself. Pest and exterior and the heating and water tab work the same way, with their own cycles and their own next due dates. Chapter 6. Improvement cost basis, and one thing that has to be said out loud first. This is general information, and it is not tax advice. Whether a project counts as a capital improvement is a specific question under the tax rules, and it is one for a professional. The sheet says exactly that, on the tab. What the file does is keep the record. You type the date, the project, the amount, and a classification, capital improvement, repair, or mixed. 13 projects logged here since 2019. 3 of them capital. The kitchen remodel, the roof, and the whole house windows come to $41,850. Add that to the $312,000 purchase price, and the adjusted cost basis reads $353,850. The teaching moment is the mixed row. The exterior repaint and trim repair is logged as mixed and counted at 0, because painting is maintenance and the trim work restored what was already there. The receipt is kept anyway. Chapter 7. The inventory, the projects, the budget, and the bills. Home inventory is a personal record, not an insurance valuation, and the sheet says so. 43 items cataloged at $96,400 to replace, against an $87,000 contents limit, which is a gap of $9,400 you would rather know about now. Project Planner tracks the bigger jobs against a target date and a budget. Budget and spend reads your actual spend straight off the service history. Utilities holds 24 months of bills, so you can compare a month against the same month last year. Chapter 8. The 3 pages you never type on. Emergency Shutoffs is the page to print today. For every shutoff in the house, where it is in plain words, how to turn it, what tool you need, and where that tool lives, and the date it was last tested. The file counts the days since. Underneath, the emergency contacts and your policy details. Print it, tape it inside a cabinet door, and it is there at 2 in the morning when nobody is thinking clearly. The annual cost dashboard has nothing to type. 12 figures, a sentence the file writes for you, a ranked risk list with the worst first, and the warranties ending soon. Spend this year is $3,180 against a 1% benchmark of $3,980. That 1% figure is a rule of thumb in general circulation, and the sheet labels it that way rather than pretending it is a rule. And the sell-ready report is where all of it pays off. Print it for an agent, an appraiser, or a buyer, and it answers the questions before they are asked. The systems with their ages, the improvements with their contracts and invoices, the warranties still in force, 5 years of service visits, and a statement paragraph the file generates rather than you writing it. Reference and tips explains the date logic, the service life table, and every source. That is the whole file. The house, the schedule, the money, and the proof. $21.97, one time, with free lifetime updates. One last thing, and it matters. You own this file. It is yours to change. Add a task, change an interval, rename a category, delete a tab for a system your house does not have. Nothing breaks when you make it your own. Your house is telling you what it needs. This is where you write it down.